Yo, yo, what's good, baby? It's your boy Flint Flossy back with another What the Floss, where I see what's going down in these internet streets, you feels me? So this clip I came across, I think we could learn a lot from. We all been through the situation where we got our heart broken, and it can be a traumatizing experience. So this guy's sad story, sad story, we could learn a lot from, because a lot of times when we're in the moment and we're actually the one experiencing the heartbreak, we do things we're like, man, you look back, you like, yo, why'd I do that? Man, I was tripping. Man, what was I thinking? Because man, love make you do some crazy things. So when you hear stories like this, it's really a learning lesson. So I'm gonna let this thing play and I'm gonna let you know what I'm thinking.
She said, I got to talk to you. And she sat down with me, and mind you, we've been together for 16 years. I've always been straight up dedicated 100%. And she said to me, she goes, I met someone online and I'm leaving this weekend to go see him. My life fell apart.
I don't know what I would do. I'd fucking lose it.
I'll tell you exactly. I'll tell you exactly what I did. I stood up. I freaked out. I was desperate. I was losing it. I went outside my front door here. I grabbed this bar we have that we put on a door jamb. She's always been like worried about having someone break into our house. I grabbed that thing and I went outside to my deck and I beat my railing until I bent that bar. And I hit it so hard that it bent this metal bar right in half, because I was so lost and confused, and I went and stood by my truck and I just I'm crying, because it's like, this woman is my everything.
Right.
I mean, everything that the best word that I have ever had someone say is the investment that I had into her and my kids was everything. Like, I'm one of those guys that, like, I don't flirt with other women.
Yep.
I don't go out drinking and goggle at girls. She was my everything. She was a gorgeous blonde, a beautiful woman, and I loved her to death.
Yeah.
So we kind of, once everything settled down, I threw my, and I'll tell you straight up, I'm guilty of going through all the stages of things you're not supposed to do. The groveling, the crying, the complaining, the whining. I was desperate.
It's so hard not to. You know what I mean? When that's your life and you see it crumbling, it's hard not to.
It really, you're absolutely right. And that's what it came down to. I was so, like, I was losing everything. Like, at that point in time, like, I get, like, not that I would ever do it, but I get what people feel when they want to commit suicide.
Right.
Like, there's nothing to live for because she was my everything.
Now, you see what he said right there. Okay. Now, I'm going to let it keep playing. I ain't going to interject too much. Now, I'm noticing a lot of pedestalizing. As he said, she was his everything. Now, love is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing when it's reciprocated. Key word. You have to be aware. You have to be cognizant of why she fell in love with you in the first place. She could have fell in love with you because you were passionate about something. And a lot of times when a man falls, we fall hard. We fall real hard. And we can lose ourselves because we become so immersed in her that we don't even know who we are anymore. And for a lot of women, I'm not going to say a lot of women, it could be a turnoff. You feel me? But, I'm going to get back to that. I'm going to talk about more at the end. Let me get back to this video.
I convinced her not to go for a short time. We tried coming up with things that we could do to, help each other. Like, what do you need? And I'll listen to you more. And what can I do, or what can you do? And how can we communicate? Like, really trying to make it adapt. But it always seemed like I was doing more of the work. So I think that went on for like maybe 2 weeks. And then we went out on a Wednesday night. I said, let's just go out. Let's get away from the kids. Let's go have a talk. Let's go have a drink. Let's just relax. Okay. We ended up going to the local lake, sitting on the benches. And I said, can you please just tell me what you're thinking? Because you're not talking to me. You're barely doing anything. And she just kept saying, I'm confused. I don't know what I want. I really like him, but I don't want to hurt you, and this, but, back and forth. So We had another kind of not like a stream fight, but like an emotional crying fight. And she said she was gonna go, and she wasn't gonna go, and she was gonna go. And then finally she says to me, she goes, I'm just gonna be honest with you. He bought me another plane ticket for this Thursday morning, and I really want to go.
So they've been still talking the whole time while you guys are trying to fix your relationship.
The entire time.
Yep.
Absolutely. And I asked her to stop talking to him.
Of course.
And there was even times I said, why don't you give me your phone, give me your code, just so you can prove to me you're being honest.
Yeah.
And she would say things like, well, if you trust me, you don't need to look at my phone.
And then that's what fucks it up right there, is like when they say stuff like that. And because now when you get into another relationship or anything else, it's like you're going to be questioning yourself because she told you she was being truthful. You were believing everything she said, and then it comes back and kicks you in the ass. It's like, damn, should I had, flags up or whatever? That's
what it is. And that's the thing. You're so blinded with desperation of being with that person that you don't even like want to see those red flags.
Yeah.
You don't even acknowledge those red flags, And there's other little things that went on, like when I would ask her detailed questions about like what happened, when did you meet, things like that, she would be like, well, it doesn't matter, it's over, it doesn't matter. And I'm like, well, it kind of does matter, because like you hurt our relationship, like that's something that hurt us. So that Thursday morning, after our emotional disagreement, whatever it was, that Wednesday night, she had come to the agreement she wasn't going to go. Great, no problem. So Thursday morning, I run the kids to town in the morning. I came back, brought her a nice coffee, just like I do every morning. I brought her a nice coffee every single morning. Even if I didn't have to go to town, I went to town and got her a nice coffee. Like that was my job, and that's what I did. I come home and she's in the bathroom. She's already been showered, dressed, cleaned up, makeup on, and everything. I'm going,
where are you going?
What are you doing? And she says, I'm just gonna go. Now, mind you,
oh wow,
my 15-month-old son is sitting in the playpen right over here, and I'm like, what happened? We talked about this, and we had another little small dispute, and I'm like, you know what? Fine. I walked over, I grabbed the baby, I grabbed his blanket, I grabbed his bottle, and I walked out. I took his car seat, I threw it in my truck, and I literally put him in the driver's seat of my truck, and I drove down to my dealership, which is only about 2 miles down the road. And I had my colleagues, the people who work for me down there, and they were super supportive. They held the baby for me while I broke down. And the whole time I'm trying to call her, like, are you seriously going? And she actually got in her car. She drove to the nearest city. She got on that plane and she left.
Man.
Unbelievable, the betrayal, and the frustration, the alone, everything. I mean, I'll be honest with you, and I can, a lot of people may relate with this, and I think I'll say it. I felt like all I wanted to do was sell everything, literally go get a 9-to-5 job and live like a hermit or hobbit, whatever the term is, and just hide from the world and make enough money to take care of my kids, and that's it. Like, I felt like trash, right? So, me being the good father, I still let the kids talk to her while she was out there screwing this other guy.
Now, did the kids know what she was doing?
Oh, here's the psychotic part. The kids knew about all of this before I did.
No way.
So, she was prepping them. Like when I was at work and she'd pick them from school, she was prepping. She even like let him talk to them before she told me anything. I was like, my kids knew about this guy before I did.
Yeah, and now you got to think is like, this has been planned. Now that you're saying that, like in my mind, it's like this has been planned. She knew she was going to leave you. It was just hard to leave you because of the 12-year relationship that you guys had, or 12 years married, 17 years, but she knew she was going to eventually leave you. So she was prepping the kids to do that, to eventually meet this guy.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
And she had her mom on board and everything, like to watch the kids and pick them up. She's like, I got it all planned and they're all good to go. And I'm like, are you like, I didn't know any of this. Like, this like smacked me in the face. Right. So the whole time she's out there, she's talking to the kids. The kids are obviously starting to miss her. They're kind of like, what's going on? This is weird, blah, blah, blah. And she kept lying when she was coming back. Like, oh, I'll come back, Saturday night or Sunday morning or Sunday night. And she just would never show up.
Let her go, dog. Let her go. She gone, man. She gone, man. She gone, dog. Woo. Hearing this is painful, man. Hearing this is, this is painful. Because we all been through it. I know I've been through it. My ex made me feel the wrath, you know, but you got to understand, one thing I've learned is a woman could break up with you on Wednesday, right? But mentally, she broke up with you 6 months ago. So it may feel like it coming out of nowhere. Like y'all have a little argument, you know, over what you want to eat, Chinese food or pizza. And she said, it's over. And you're like, what? She dumped me because I wanted Chinese food instead of pizza? But nah, dog. It's been built up and it's been pent up and she was waiting for the right time. But she broke up with you long time ago. And when she wants to walk away, you gotta let her walk. You gotta let her go. Of course, you could initially express you don't want to lose her, especially if you're at fault. But if she wants to go, ain't much you could do about it, dog. Because you don't want to force anybody to be in a situation where they don't want to be in, especially a woman, because she gonna make you feel the wrath, you know? And do you really want to be with someone that doesn't want to be with you? You gotta have self-respect, because that lack of self-respect is gonna make her want you even less, because you're gonna start doing things out of your character. You're gonna be, you know, groveling and and it ain't gonna work. She has to want to come to you on her own time. She has to feel like it's because she wants to, not because she's being forced or guilt tripped. And according to what he's saying, he did everything right when it comes to being a good husband. He wasn't looking at any other women. He was all about her and the kids. So, man, it sounds harsh, but man, it's brutal, but she probably just got bored. And this new dude sparked a flame, you know, kind of created some excitement in her life. And if that's the case, man, that's messed up. You don't even want that back, homie. And she was straight disrespectful with it? Hell no.
She belongs to the streets.
You don't want that back. You want to put that energy towards a woman that's going to appreciate that, that's going to reciprocate that. Not one that's going to be like, hey, you know, I know you love me and all, but gotta go get my back blown out. Sorry. That's crazy. I know we can't really control who we fall in love with, and we can't really control, you know, a person switching up on us. We could be dating a woman for, you know, 3 years, and the 4th year, boom, she switch up. You ain't know that was going to happen, you know? Hey, but that's the game you play when you roll the dice of love. You feel me? But one thing I can say, in the earlier stages, okay, you got to keep your eyes open in the vetting process. Keep your eyes open. And if you find yourself always giving, pouring yourself out into a woman that you really like, you know, but you're not getting nothing back. All right. There's no reciprocity. You know, you're not getting nothing back. And it's just all you pouring yourself out, you immersing yourself. You got to walk away from that. I don't care how much you like her, because you're going to get deeper and deeper into the situation. And she pulls something like this year 5. You're like, gotta go. Well, this guy bought me a plane ticket. Gotta go get my back blown out. Sorry. And you're like, oh, how'd this happen? Where'd this come? What? And she didn't really like you in the first place. But you didn't have your antennas up because you were so goo goo gaga. But yeah, I'll probably get deeper into this in another episode. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe. FlintFlossie.com. Until next time, baby, I'm out.